YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And we're going to talk about how the Sacramento Kings ended up getting beat by the Orlando Magic 121 to 117. Orlando wins the season series because they beat them before this season, and they beat them again, and they only meet each other twice per season. And the Kings ain't making it to the playoffs, but the Magic most likely will, and that means they have to see each other next year. The Kings go to 19-55 and 6-30 on the road. The Magic go to 39-34 and 23-15 at home. They played at home in this one. Orlando won the first quarter 39-30. They lost the second quarter 29-26. They lost the third quarter 31-28, but they won the fourth quarter 28-27. Precious Achua and the Sacramento Kings, everybody in the starting lineup scored in double figures. He was able to score most of his points in the paint. He went 7-12 from the field. He missed his only three. He ended up getting 14 points in 34 minutes. He helped on the glass where he had 9 boards. That was the most rebounds in the game. He also had 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Good defense, good effort that he was able to provide for them. Also getting 4 offensive rebounds is good too. He also had 1 personal foul and was a +2 and plus minus. Renaud ended up playing 39 minutes. He ended up having 10 points. He went 4-9 from the field. He missed his only 3. He went 2-2 from the free throw line. He did a good job of understanding how to get open and how to finish once he did it. And then it was about, can he make the rest of his shots? Well, considering how easy his looks was, he should have shot a better percentage today, but he didn't. But it's still respectable, not really for a big, but I guess it's respectable for other positions if you like high volume scoring. He did have 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 3 steals. The 3 steals was game high in this one, and you do have to like the fact that it was your center doing it, but he got it done. He also had 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a -2 and plus minus. DeMar DeRozan had that mid-range game on lock, and then he was also able to drive to the basket. He went 9-10 from the free throw line. He missed his only 3. He went 12-24 from the field. He had game high 33 points for the Sacramento Kings. He also had 11 assists. He can draw you in because you're trying to stop him, you're trying to slow him down, and then he can hit his opponent with a pass. And if somebody's open, they got a good percentage shot. And then it's about can they make it. And they was able to do that a lot in this one. He also had no turnover, so that helps too. Then he had 3 personal fouls and was a -5 and plus minus. Malik Monk settled and took some tough shots in this one, but he still finished with 13. He was 5-12 from the field, 3-9 from 3. He had 2 rebounds, 5 assists, no turnovers, or still in the block. He has really become a good playmaker and scorer in this league, and they need him to do as much as he can do. And he's showing you that he can do multiple things very well. 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a 0 and plus minus. Devin Carter, 25 minutes. He had 14 points. He went 5-12 from the field, 3-7 from 3, and 1-2 from the free throw line. You're just happy that he was able to score. You're just happy that he was able to find good looks. Even though he didn't make the greatest percentage, he also didn't shoot the worst. 4 assists, 3 rebounds, 5 turnovers. That's a lot for 25 minutes, but that's what he ended up doing. He also had 1 steal, 2 personal fouls, and was a -5. And plus minus, Doug McDermott was able to get free for a couple threes. He went 2 of 4 from 3, 2 of 5 from the field for 6 points. In 12 minutes, he had 2 assists, no turnovers, no personal fouls. It was a -2 and plus minus. Dylan Cardwell played 16 minutes. He ended up getting 2 points. He went 1-1 from the field, scoring his only shot. He did have 2 assists and 1 turnover, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and was a -3 and plus minus. Daquan Jeffries played 7 minutes. He made his only shot, and he did have 4 personal fouls, which is a crazy amount in 7 minutes. But it actually happened today for him. Just being a little bit too predictable and a little bit too slow with his defense, but it can be that way. A little bit undisciplined as well. A -1 and plus minus, and then Daquan Plowden. The only reason why they had a shot to win this game is because DeMar DeRozan was making everything into the free throw line. And then Daquan Plowden was just launching threes and just making them over and over again. And teams want him to take it. Teams want him to shoot it. Tonight, he was just making them at a high level. Nothing you can do but try to contest it. Nothing you can do but try to make them tougher. They couldn't really do that. He made them pay for it. He also went 8 of 12 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. He had 3 rebounds, no turnover, 1 offensive rebound, 5 personal fouls, and was a -3. And plus minus, the personal foul sucked. Obviously, he wish he never helped the team out that he's going against as much. But, gambles and risks can be like that on a defensive end. If you're not disciplined and smart enough to defend without fouling, you will get punished in this league. There's a lot of great offensive players in this league. That's why you have to say it that way. And then Killian Hayes, 2 minutes. He had 1 assist, no turnovers, 1 personal foul, and was a -1 and plus minus. And that was the end of his night. And then Paulo Banchero in Orlando Magic, he had 30. He was able to knock down the 3 at the top of the key. The rest of them he missed, but he still got to the free throw line and went 7 of 8 from the free throw line. He still had the mid range and the drives going and the physicality and not trying to avoid it still worked for him in this one. The recipe is always good when he's out there, so you just have to be happy with what he does and how he performs because he also had 9 boards and 7 assists, trying to show you that he can still be a good playmaker and be a good person that can help the team out besides just scoring a basketball. And that's why he's starting to develop more into a superstar because he's showing that he can do multiple things at a high level. He had 1 turnover, 4 offensive boards, 2 personal fouls, and was a +5. Then plus minus Tristan Da Silva. He played 32 minutes. He had 18 points. He went 5 of 7 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He just kept scoring open looks. He kept battling to get open. They was able to lose him. He was able to take the good open looks that he was able to get, and he was able to knock them down. He had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, was a -2 and plus minus. Wendell Carter Jr., 35 minutes. He had 10 points. He went 3 of 8 from the field, or 2 from 3, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. He ended up missing some good, easy ones. But other than that, he did a good job of battling in the paint. He had 11 rebounds. He had 2 turnovers, 1 steal and 1 block. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul was a 0 and plus minus. And then Desmond Bain, 35 minutes, 23 points. He went 6 of 11 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 8 of 8 from the free throw line. He knew how to attack, when to attack, and when to settle for the jump shot. Since it ended up being efficient, it ended up working. It made sense for him to keep trying it and going about it that way. And it worked out for him because he also ended up passing when it mattered. And when things opened up, he was able to see it and just make the right play after that. He did have 6 rebounds and 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, and was a +8 and plus minus. Jalen Suggs hit the dagger 3 against the Kings, but he didn't shoot the ball that great in this one. He went 3 of 8 from the field, which isn't that bad, but it's okay. And then he went 2 of 5 from 3 for 8 points. He was the only starter to not score double figures in points for the Orlando Magic. He did have 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, and a block. He had 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and was a -2. And plus minus Mortiz Wagner, 5 minutes. He missed his only 3 and his only shot near the rim. He had 1 rebound, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and was a -5. And plus minus Jamal Cain was able to finish around the basket really well. And then he was able to make 1 3. He was the only guy to score double figures in points, and he played the most minutes off the bench. He also took the most shots off the bench, which was 6, and he only missed 1 shot. He did have 5 boards also, which was the most off the bench, and no turnovers. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, was a +4. And plus minus Gogo Bataze, 13 minutes, 6 points. He went 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Stayed physical, stayed bumping and knocking and rocking, and it ended up working for him in this one. He also had 2 rebounds, 2 turnovers, and a steal. He also had 3 personal fouls and was a +4 and plus minus. And then Javon Carter was able to knock down the mid range and then the threes. He went 3 of 4 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3 for 7 points. He ended up getting one turnover, no personal fouls, and was a +5 and plus minus. Jet Howard was able to make a three and miss a three. That was the only point that he scored. He had one rebound, one assist, no turnover, two personal fouls, and was a -2 and plus minus. And Jace Richardson, 5 minutes. He ended up scoring 5 points. He made his three, but he also went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. So he was able to score that way too. He had one rebound, no turnover, and he had one personal foul and was a +4 and plus minus. 54% from the field for the Orlando Magic. 51% for the Kings. They did shoot 14 more field goals though. So that would be something you would thought would help them win the game, but it kept them in it, but not enough for them to win it. 27 threes by the Magic. They shot 48% from the field, 33 for the Kings. They shot 42% from 3-point line. And then the Magic shot 32 free throws at 88%. And the Kings only shot 16. They made 81%. That's half of the free throws that the Magic took. So they shot better from the field. They shot better from three. They took way more free throws and made them at a better percentage on top of that. That's a good way to lose a game. 36 rebounds for the Magic, 35 for the Kings, 22 assists for the Magic, 30 for the Kings, 12 turnovers for the Magic, 9 for the Kings, two steals for the Magic, 7 for the Kings, and 2 blocks for the Magic, 3 for the Kings, 7 offensive rebounds for the Magic, 9 for the Kings, 29 defensive rebounds for the Magic, 26 for the Kings, and 14 personal fouls for the Magic, 24 for the Kings. That's basically almost double, but off by 4. Other than that, good game for the Magic. They was able to get ahead. They was able to find a way to stay ahead. They was able to find a way to close the game. Wasn't easy. It was tough. Guys stepped up. Guys had big nights. We had surprise players playing well and decent in this one. You never know until you play the game. You never know what's going to happen. But they still found a way to get it done and win. And that's what matters the most. And that's ended up being the most important thing for them to know coming into this game, that we got to win it. We got to get this win. And they was able to get it done. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.